As the spotlight continues to fall on the killing of municipal councillors, attention turned to the long-awaited trial, which started this year, of 4 men accused of the 2017 murder of Umzimkhulu councillor and ANC Youth League Secretary-General Sindiso Magaka. Magaka was shot in July 2017 and later died in hospital. Former policeman Sibonelo Myeza, businessman Mbulelo Mpofana, Mlungizi Ngalane and Sibusiso Ngengwa have pleaded not guilty to charges of murder, attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder and the illegal possession of firearms. The trial is set to resume in January 2024. Cases related to the July 2021 unrest were also finalized in the courts this year. In August, the Durban High Court sentenced 2 brothers from Phoenix, Dylan and Ned Govender, to an effective 7 years imprisonment for the attempted murder of Mxolisi Putuzo and the assault of Nkululeko Mangwe. They were, however, acquitted of the murder of 19-year-old Mondli Majola.
This has been draining emotionally, physically, but for the fact that it said in court that they did not kill. It was attempted murder, whereby my son died. I buried my son.
In November, the Pietermaritzburg Regional Court sentenced Unrest instigator Ndumiseni Zuma to 12 years imprisonment for incitement to public violence. The Brookside shopping mall in Pietermaritzburg, where Zuma worked as a security guard, was looted and set alight and was reconstructed at a cost of 130 million rands. In July, Mbuso Malloy was effectively sentenced to 18 months correctional supervision and 16 hours of community service per month for looting during the unrest. Malloy was captured in a video loading a basket of stolen groceries from a high-end food retailer into a luxury car. In another unrest-related matter, the state added terrorism and murder charges to the High Court indictment of 65 alleged instigators. The state alleges that the accused are guilty of unlawfully and intentionally conspiring to kill Chief Justice Raymond Zondo. In its summary of substantial facts, the state says the offences followed the Constitutional Court's order in June 2021 to incarcerate former President Jacob Zuma for 15 months after he failed to appear before the Commission of State Capture, chaired by Judge Zondo. The state says the accused were members of and participated in WhatsApp groups to plan, organize or incite violent incidents, which the state alleges were aimed at securing Zuma's release.
The state has added charges of terrorism, sedition as well as attempted murder.
The matter was postponed to the 30th of January next year in the Durban High Court. Several high-profile corruption matters are also still before the courts. The fraud and corruption trial of former eThekwini municipality mayor Zandile Gumede and 21 others is set to resume in the Durban High Court early next year. The state alleges that Gumede and other senior municipal officials manipulated a 320 million rand waste tender contract for kickbacks and to benefit selected beneficiaries. The Durban High Court also reserved judgment in an application by controversial Durban businessman Toshan Pandey and others for the state to disclose tapped phone conversation evidence in their racketeering, money laundering and fraud trial. Pandey, former Provincial Police Commissioner Mamunyu Ngobeni, 2 former policemen and 4 members of Pandey's family allegedly defrauded the police by inflating prices of accommodation for police members during the 2010 FIFA World Cup, amounting to 47 million rand. And another fraud matter, which is to resume in the Richards Bay Magistrates Court next year, is that involving delinquent director and former SAA chair Dudu Myeni, who is charged with receiving gratification of more than 300,000 rand from the corruption-tainted defunct facilities company Bosasa. Myeni, who was implicated in the Zondo report on state capture, has been charged with Trevor Matenjwa, the director of Sondolo IT, a then subsidiary of Bosasa. In the Pietermaritzburg High Court, judgment has been reserved in former President Jacob Zuma's renewed application to remove Advocate Billy Downer as lead prosecutor in his arms deal corruption trial. Zuma's trial resumed in April this year, with Judge Nkosinati Clearly on the bench after Judge Piet Koen recused himself in January. Meanwhile, Zuma is also appealing the dismissal and enforcement order against his private prosecution of Downer and journalist Karen Maughan linked to the alleged leaking of a doctor's letter. Reneé Heine, SABC News, Durban.